see you suffer the same fate.
The man who delivered the coffer said... He said Sid paid him.
I let you run amok with the rest of your rats, and this is how you repay me? Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them down. Out. No!
Yes, yes, my lord.
Benedicta.
So, what next?
We return to Eastpool. I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again. About Lady Hannah, amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
All right, we should arrange an introduction. Torgal, what is it?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
What happened here?
Imperials! You'll pay for this!
Ah! We've got a live one!
What are you doing here? Answer me!
Remember our orders? No survivors!
Who would order such a thing?
That's enough!
did you, Branded? You were born a slave, and you'll die one! Kill all the ducal dogs!
Ducal dogs?
We're innocent people!
Stay down! Lend me your strength!
All must burn! The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annabella's command!
My mother ordered this. Why?
Clive,
I know. You can wait. sorry, Lady Hannah. You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
We're too late. Gav. Clive. Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew East Pool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest. Lord Kupka has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
What do you suppose it could be?
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. so obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most but march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost?
And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do. Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Arthur. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the Mother Crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the Mother Crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the Mother Crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the Mother Crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
Need any help? So you really? Sis been talking about bringing down a mother.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do.
Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen up. His legions are on the march again.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that still might work to our advantage with a fair wind behind them. A handful of like-minded Ned is making.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travel, lucky for you.
This.
Well, no, not. And it's the dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. We go way back. And she's a true friend.
That's good of you, but...
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute. The Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what
A woman?
Don't go blind, you know. I'll be expecting...
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Goat, Otto's put me in charge of reading through the report and his notes. Anyway, if you reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here. Anything catch your eye? Thing in there.
I see I'm busy here.
Not saying Fordian, do you?
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cause a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
No holding back.
There. North Reach. The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
Oh, and a chine of
like
roast
a plum for the apple of your eye.
You there? Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
Are you gonna buy something or not?
Again?
You want something, you come back with your master. I won't sell it. Fine carpets like them.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But... I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
However do they get that color?
Fruit's not getting any fresher.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut-tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But...
From the moment you acquired it, that brand... But today, it is going to give you a...
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad.
But they didn't. And even if the gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers, as do you and I. Now, we can speak more.
Doesn't seem like a...
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to...
And if anyone requests her company...
Madame.
As do you.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my dear. Welcome.
Thank you for seeing me through the gate.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder.
I don't want to keep my...
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach... Yes, Otto, but to answer your question, I need you to find... Tatienne has been gone for several days now.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people.
I trust you'll do your... Oh. Proof of that, and hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking... Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
You wear the dame's brooch.
Enough to have me look for one of your...
She's still missing. Oh, if I...
You saw her
The day before. She'd lost her comb. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked...
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her much. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid...
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort, and you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you Did she...
Before she went, only that she needed him. She did mention a name.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered her. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in. And she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison...
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod.
You've been...
Don't let him get away with this.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Heard.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
You see it too, then? Not just me bleary eyes playing tricks on me.
If you mean the way it's stopped.
Fetch!
It's over. Stay down.
Go on, back to the pens with you. I need you fit for the morrow's harvest.
That's enough dallying, you two.
You heard me.
Shift your asses. You, Brandon, here, now. You're late.
Late.
Well...
The insolence!
Pull that clean, you good-for-nothing sluggard.
Are you but...
Sounds about right. Well, go on then. What is...
One of her quarters, a soldier who may have information on her whereabouts, is...
Many traders stop, but only one's been...
Is he still...
A trader? Oh, yeah. If you seek him out, fact is, folks round here would sooner hang him, and that's even with the dames.
Understood.
What's this? A branded?
I come to you from Northreach. At the...
Why? Oh.
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago.
He had a comb, which he... But old though it was, an antique in most... I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still put...
And do you know where he went?
My customers aren't usually in...
My thanks.
Not at all.
It smells of death here, Torgul. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
It's over. Stay down.
Damn it all. Bodies. Well, the wolves have been busy. So it is.
If that's true, then the book... The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was...
You.
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good by the looks of things.
We both found who we were searching for.
Yeah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't st... Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself... We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to more...
If you mean this comb...
He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask us something else. He stole the old comb and bought...
Wed? Where would they have gone? And we all know what happens to desert. Tell the daymums when the lads come to collect Yannick's body. I'll see.
Is that what?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. And most week, speaking of which, I saw her in more. Could you tell her what happened?
If it was a...
You are still in what? You will be... They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east.
Thank you, but I was on my...
You... I see. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall, but rarely do such things.
I found this with Tatienne.
Thank you for returning.
I should go.
Before you do, the Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers, according to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen.
Not to mention.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? But that couldn't possibly.
I will.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door. Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrec.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.